guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a really long time since I've been on here. I've just been really sick. I think like 2 months now, but lost my voice, it was pretty bad for the last couple months. Anyways, today I'm not doing any hair tutorials. Today I'm talking about being a licensed cosmetologist. I just went on my Instagram and told girls if they have any questions to ask me. So, I've been licensed for 9 years now. I've been self-employed for 9 years. I've never worked for anyone but myself. So I'm gonna answer some questions from, I think they're students or they've been licensed for a while and work at a salon already, but it's usually a chain salon. So anyways, is my schedule flexible? Yes, it is. My first year and the second year, I really didn't have like a set schedule just because I really wanted to grow and I really wanted to build clientele. So the first 2 years I definitely was more flexible with my client schedule, just so I can make sure I build before I have like an actual set schedule. You want to make sure when you're building clientele that you're available as much as possible for them. But now it's my 9th year and my daughter's going to go to school this fall, so my schedule is going to change because my clients will work around my schedule. I mean, I'm going to work around theirs too as well, but when you build a clientele and they really trust you, they for sure are going to come back to you. So yes, it is flexible once you build that clientele. Do I believe in booth renting or building clientele before being self-employed? What that means is, do I believe in booth renting, so being self-employed, where you lease your own station versus working hourly and getting paid minimum or commission? I definitely believe in booth renting because when you work for like a chain salon, you're kind of limited to what you can use. That means you're limited to what coloring line you can use, styling products. You're limited to even traveling. I feel like when you're getting paid hourly, you're making a lot of money. You'll see a lot of money coming in towards the salon and it's not going to you. It's going into the salon. So if it's a chain salon, it's going to this corporate, these managers, and sometimes people you don't even know. If you're doing commission, it's going straight to the salon or to the owner. If you really want to make money, you'll treat it like a career when you're booth renting versus a hobby. I haven't done anything else but booth rent. So yes, I strongly believe in it because I don't understand why people would make money for someone else when they could be making it for themselves. Learn how to manage your money and learn how to budget and really advertise for yourself as well. I feel like you could really grow and become very successful if you just do it the right way. What do you look for when job shadowing? So, I mean, when I was in school, that wasn't a requirement, but I did job shadow on my own. I would come to my mom's salon and I would watch her just to learn like tips and stuff. I have an aunt who does hair too, and I would come watch her too. I even have like I would watch some of the girls here in the salon that I liked their way of their style of coloring, which by the way, they've either owned a business now. They either own a business now or they have before, and they're very successful women. If you admire someone in their work, the way their style of color, you should really reach out to them. I'm sure they'll say okay to come on in. It shouldn't be a problem, but I would really suggest you reaching out to that stylist. So this one's from Jasper, and she asked what was my biggest struggle in beauty school. So my biggest, and how did I overcome it? So my biggest struggle in beauty school were perms. I don't know why, I just didn't do a really good job at them. I tried my hardest. I would try really hard and I just could not do a good perm. So thankfully I didn't get that many perms. I got more hair coloring and haircuts. I won't even offer a perm because I refuse to take someone's money and when I know I'm not going to do a great job on it. And I also was terrible at manicures. I don't know, I guess I shake too much when I do manicures. I had to find like a really comfortable position to do an actual manicure. But for manicures, all I did was practice until I found a really comfortable position, because you know this is what you get tested on at state boards, so practice is very important. Also, like when you're in beauty school, don't ever feel bad if you didn't do a great job on someone's hair. You are there practicing so you can learn, so take advantage. Tips on how to become faster at foiling. That's another thing. I feel like that's just practice. My mom's been doing hair for over 20 years and I'm still not as fast as her. You would think I'd be pretty close, but she's just crazy fast at foiling. It usually takes time. You really need the experience to get faster. Although if you do find a stylist that you like her style of foiling, I would maybe job shadow them and learn their technique. My favorite part of my job. My favorite part of my job is I get to make people feel really good when they walk out. They build confidence. They could be having a tough time, and making them feel good about themselves it's a really good feeling for myself. I've always, since I was a little girl, I've always said I wanted to help people, whether it was like in the school, outside of school. Anyway, that was always my goal, was to help people, make them feel better, help them out in any kind of way. I mean, there was a point I wanted to be like a guidance counselor. So I feel like when you do hair, you talk to people all day, and sometimes they're having a rough day, and you just let them vent with you, or sometimes they don't feel very pretty, especially, you know, like those, sometimes you even get moms in here who just had a baby and they just are not feeling themselves anymore, and then you do a haircut on them and they're just happy. So that's my favorite thing about my job, is that you get to see people leave happy. You're also getting to be creative as well, so you get to do, you know, beautiful colors on people, and be creative in your own way and be artistic at the same time as helping someone out, you know? And I think that's my favorite part of my job. What do you recommend after beauty school and getting certified? I honestly, this is the biggest mistake people do all the time. I don't know why cosmetologists wait to do this. Go take your exam and then go get a job right away. If you love beauty school and if you love hair, it shouldn't be a problem. You should go find a job immediately. I think most of the questions I had were basically about being self-employed. A lot of people are scared to be self-employed as self-employed stylists or like an independent stylist. So you're working for yourself. So like whether it's a booth rent or just in your house in a little studio, you should be really proud of yourself when you do a color. So advertising for yourself should not be a problem. Now we have all these, you know, great sources of like advertising. So social media is awesome. I use it all the time. When I first started, I didn't have social media. I had word of mouth, and that was it. I don't feel like being self-employed is a problem. I feel like the biggest problem people have is staying motivated and pushing themselves. I know the first year or two can be really rough because you're just building, but I think if you just keep at it and you keep trying and like pushing yourself, you'll be just fine. So those were all the questions I had. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.